Hi, I'm George Miller from the Buffalo Bill Center of the West in Cody, Wyoming. Today we're talking about two mountain ranges, the Laramie Range and the Medicine Bow Range. The Laramie Range is the mountain range that gave the name to the Laramide orogeny that we've talked about before, that mountain building phase of the Rocky Mountains from about 70 million years ago to about 50 million years ago. And that uplift that happened here because of the folded nature of the Rocky Mountain area. And these two ranges are no different. The Laramie Range is a long range, not quite as high as some of the other ranges we've seen. It comes from between Laramie and Cheyenne all the way up to Casper. Here in the Medicine Bow Range, there are a lot of dead trees. And the reason is the pine beetle. Now, there's a normal cycle of death and life in the forest. Old trees deteriorate and nourish the younger trees that are coming up. But we've had a lot of beetle kill all over the West. And you can look at this hillside and you can see all those grayed out trees. They're all dead, killed by the pine beetle. Because of warmer temperatures, they aren't killed in the winter. We just haven't had cold enough winters to kill those beetles. Well, looking up the mountain, we can see Crumb Holes. And that's as trees approach tree line, the alpine setting, they become stunted because they can't get enough nitrogen. It's just not warm enough of the year for them to pull enough nitrogen out of the soils. So they get smaller and smaller as they go up. But if you notice, those trees in the Crumb Holes are very healthy. You don't see any of those dead trees up there. Well, here is the Medicine Bow spectacular scene. This is called the Snowy Range. It's a sub-range of the Medicine Bow Mountains. And that is nice. You're looking at that darker rock. And this lighter rock is called quartzite. And part of the reason the Snowy Range has its name is because that quartzite looks like snow from a great distance. It's very light in color. But there are also permanent snowfields here in the Snowy Range, in the top of the Medicine Bow Mountains. There have been glacial events here too. Here's a core that was left behind by the glaciers. And as we look off to the east, we can see the Laramie Mountains off in the distance. And up on top of the Laramie Mountains is a very special place called Beetle. And here is exposed Sherman granite. It creates amazing shapes and forms. It looks like creatures coming up out of the ground. There's our old friend lichen on that granite, breaking the rock down. But just incredible colors here. This granite is very, very beautiful. Now, quartzite in the Medicine Bow is different than granite. Quartzite has no or very little feldspar, and granite, of course, is made up of quartz and feldspar. So different kinds of rocks. Well, I leave you with these beautiful, beautiful scenes from the Snowy Range and the Laramie Mountains. If you're enjoying the series, please like and subscribe to the Buffalo Bill Center of the West YouTube page.